A Shock World Title Challenge has been made in WWE, and we have an update on the return plans of CM Punk. But first, we begin by paying tribute to a WWE Hall of Famer who has sadly passed away. Earlier this morning, a message would appear on the Twitter account of the Iron Sheik, confirming that the wrestling legend is no longer with us, with the post giving a nod to his family life and legacy inside the squared circle, and the message would read, "Beyond the wrestling persona that the world knew so well, the Iron Sheik was a devoted family man. He cherished the love and support of his wife of 47 years, Carol, who stood by his side through thick and thin, offering unwavering encouragement throughout his life. Their bond was an anchor, providing him with the strength to face the challenges that life presented. To his children, Tanya, Nikki, Marissa, and son-in-law Eddie, he was not just a wrestling icon. He was a loving and dedicated father. He instilled in them the values of perseverance, determination, and the importance of following their dreams. The Iron Sheik's guidance and unwavering belief in their potential served as a driving force for his children, empowering them to become the best versions of themselves. The Iron Sheik's love also extended to his grandchildren, Marissa, Zara, Alexis, Chloe, and Nico, who brought immeasurable joy into his life. As a doting Papa Sheik, he cherished every moment spent with them, creating memories that will forever be treasured. He shared his wisdom, humor, and zest for life with his grandchildren, leaving an incredible impression on their hearts. Sheik, real name Hussein Khosrow Ali Vaziri, who died aged 81, would begin his wrestling career back in 1973, having been invited by the AWA's Vern Gagne to train under legendary British catch wrestler Billy Robinson. Over his near 40 years inside the ring, his career would span across many of the top promotions in the United States, including the AWA, WWE, Georgia Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Jim Crockett Promotions, and Mid-South. Throughout his time, he would become a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the NWA National Television Champion, as well as picking up many more titles along the way, having since been inducted into the WWE and NWA Hall of Fames in 2005 and 2008 respectively. Rest in peace, the Iron Sheik. Many big stars have crossed over between MMA and pro wrestling over the years to great success, whether it be the UFC original Ken Shamrock, the first ever women's champion of UFC Ronda Rousey, or former UFC and WWE heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar. Since the MMA departure of Rousey, one woman has established herself as the new baddest woman on the planet, that being Amanda Nunes, who currently reigns over 2 weight classes as the UFC's women's featherweight and bantamweight champion. Ahead of her bantamweight title defense this weekend at UFC 289, where she meets Irene Aldana, the Lioness would speak with the New York Post, where she was asked about a potential move to WWE when she hangs up her gloves. Nunes appears to be open to the switch under the right circumstances and said, "It depends on the contract, you know. If the contract is amazing, why not? What I wanted to do in MMA, I did already, even more than I thought in my head when I went through my whole career. I became a double champion. I wanted only one. I had 2. I'm so happy, and whatever comes after I'm done with UFC, we'll see. You guys will see me around anyways." Amanda has been seen in a wrestling arena in the past, having appeared alongside Dan Lambert and Jorge Masvidal at an AEW Dynamite show in July 2021, although she wouldn't cross the barricade that time around. But do you think Amanda Nunes has a future inside a wrestling ring? Let me know in the comments down below. And before we continue, do you want to win a free copy of the upcoming AEW Fight Forever video game? Well, from now until June 22nd, 1 week before the official release date, I'll be running a giveaway, with the winner receiving a free copy of Fight Forever for their chosen console. All you have to do is drop a like on this video, subscribe to Wrestle Planet with notifications turned on, and leave a comment with the word Forever alongside your chosen console, and a winner will be picked at random on June 22nd. Make sure you do include the word Forever, as this will help me find all of the comments for the draw. So subscribe with notifications turned on, drop a like on this video, comment your chosen console with the word Forever for a chance at winning AEW Fight Forever. All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Pro-Wrestling will soon host the Forbidden Door event later this month, although that isn't the only show to feature cross-promotion matches from the companies, as last night New Japan Pro-Wrestling would post a video of former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado issuing a message to AEW's Jon Moxley, with him wanting a rematch of their Music City Mayhem clash in July 2022. Moxley has now responded to the challenge with a video of his own, and he is set to bring an old friend to Japan Japan with him, and Mox would say, "After the last time we crossed paths, we both had to get a tetanus shot after that match. That's how bad it was, and you want some more of that, huh? You're going to be in Korakuen Hall on July 4th and 5th? Well, guess what? I got a brand spanking new, shiny goddamn Japanese resident card, and I can come back whenever the I want. You got a partner? I got plenty of partners. I got wrestling partners, I got training partners, I got a rap sheet in this business, and for this, I'm going deep, deep, deep into the history books. It's going to be me and the notorious 187 homicide against El Desperado, and whoever you can drag to the table with you." The match will go down at NJPW Strong Independence Day at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan, an event that will be held across 2 nights on July 4th and 5th. It's currently unknown who will be in the same corner as Desperado, but let me know who you think it will be in the comments down below. This past Monday on Raw, Seth Rollins would make his first defense at the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship when he took on Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. The Visionary would originally win what is being billed as the Working Man's title back at Night of Champions on May 27th in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, with a win over AJ Styles. Well, it looks like Seth won't be waiting around too long for his next challenger, as on last night's episode of NXT, former NXT champion Bron Breakker would issue a direct challenge for the new belt. After cameras caught up with him to question why he laid out Ilya Dragunov on the show, Breakker would say, "Why did I attack Ilya Dragunov? Because I'm not going to let Ilya spit out some kind of garbage about how he's the most intense guy in WWE. Are you kidding? I'm going to start holding everyone accountable all the way from the top to the bottom, alright? And speaking of all the way at the top, how about our WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins? Monday Night Rollins, the workhorse of WWE, you know what? How about you prove it? Because you're pretty familiar with how we do things here, because you were the first ever NXT champion and I was the most dominant NXT champion, so why don't you come here and put your WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line against me?" Seth Rollins has yet to respond to the challenge, with there currently being no known date on when the title match could happen. Either way, this is a huge chance for both NXT and Bron Breakker to put a spotlight on the brand and himself, with one of WWE's biggest names set to become black and gold for one night only. CM Punk will make his long-awaited AEW return later this month, with him set to be a key feature of the brand new Saturday night show AEW Collision, which debuts from the United Center on June 17th. Since news broke that Punk was set to come back, fans have been speculating on who his first rival could be, with there reportedly having been internal talks over recent months which pitched the idea of Chris Jericho or Samoa Joe to be the one, with Punk also said to be interested in working with Switchblade Jay White. Well, we now have an update on the latter, as according to Sean Ross Sapp on last night's Fightful Select Backstage Report podcast, the most recent pitch discussed internally would see the Second City Saint align with current AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR, who will opt in a rivalry with Bullet Club Gold's Jay White and Juice Robinson. It is also likely that BCG would add a new member to their group in order to balance out the numbers going forward. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler have most recently found themselves aligned with Ricky Starks, although there's no word on how he could play a role in the storyline upon CM Punk's return. With that said, tonight on AEW Dynamite, Starks will take on Switchblade in singles action, with Juice and FTR banned from ringside, perhaps opening up the chance for a new unbanned Bullet Club Gold member to make their presence known, but that's just me fantasy booking. As well as this, the show will also see an announcement of the first ever AEW Collision main event, something many expect to be Samoa Joe versus CM Punk, although only time will tell on that one. All Elite Wrestling have announced a brand new weekly television show, Collision, and I am about to show you how AEW can use this opportunity to build towards the rivalry that we're all craving for.